Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly reading. Okay, and this is for the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, for all the love you give me, whether that's in the form of buying personal readings, donating, leaving beautiful comments. I thank you for everything you do to contribute to the channel. Now, just please remember that this reading is general. If it doesn't resonate, check out other aspects of your natal chart or move on to another reader. Either way, that way you'll get the story that you want to get. I am using the Modern Spellcasters Tarot here. Okay. Oh, ouch. Okay, we have the end of a cycle here. So when we see the Ten of Swords, we know that you've come to the end of a journey. Now, sometimes this, of course, is that metaphysical journey where you are moving into a new time because look at all the lessons you learned in the last period. So you're closing out this negative thinking, these hurts and pains, the betrayal, whatever else you need to, so that you can move on to the next cycle. Okay, the Five of Swords is behind that. Interesting. So the Five of Swords talks of a Pyrrhic victory, having a victory, having a win at the loss of somebody else or something else. It's conflict, but it's conflict you've won, but it's sort of like an empty win. You've ended up with all the swords, but you've got nobody around to celebrate with you how well you've done. Oh, and then you've got the Sun. Okay, so you've had some sort of achievement happen here where you've been able to close something out in order to move forward into happiness. And look at this. Behind that, we have the Knight of Cups. So it's possible here, you've got the Emperor here too, that someone has either offered you love that you didn't think would, or you've been able to offer love to someone who's accepted it. So whatever it is you've won here, and you've been able to close out the end of this negative thinking. So maybe this situation has created a lot of conflict in your life. Maybe you've wanted to go forward with something but never feel confident of doing it. Whatever it is, it looks like you're going to take the leap of faith and have a go. Okay, could be about speaking a truth, could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. The King of Swords is ready for conversation here. He's got his sword held high and he's right in the mood to have a deep and meaningful conversation. So it could have been what you've done in order to move things forward in a relationship or a work situation. But what you've done is you've started this ball rolling on getting rid of the dead wood out of your own life here. Okay, so then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So you're feeling very abundant from this. Whenever I see this card, I always think of the movie The Witches. If anybody's seen that movie, which is a great movie and one of my faves, there's a part in that where a little girl goes into a picture and they watch her grow up. And every time I see this card, I think of that. This is definitely about abundance here. Oh, I'm moving very quickly with a lot of passion. So you're getting something going here, Scorpio, that you want to see results on. And look at you. That's what I said. You're taking a leap of faith here. Lovely. Going in for adventure. Opening up. Speaking your truth. Expressing yourself. Asking for something you want without any condition here. And it's closing out a cycle. So it could be that you've never done this before. It could be that you're speaking up when you've always been quiet. It could be that you are finding something within yourself that you didn't know existed. The Four of Swords is here. So this talks of taking time out to have a really good rest. King of Wands coming up. So we have two kings in this reading. King of Wands is very different to the King of Swords. I think this is your energy. I think the King of Swords is representing your energy as well, but we've got different energies here. So the King of Swords is very outspoken, ready to speak his piece, can be a bit cold and cutting sometimes, but ready to speak. King of Wands, I think, is after you've done this, feeling a sense of achievement, feeling like you've won the battle now, and being able to sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labour. Because look what you've got coming in here. 4 of Wands here. Very nice. So creating your own stability here. And look at this. Ace of Wands, new start with passion. You're well rested, you've got what you want, you're ready to invest for the future here. You've brought in your own stability, you're taking a leap at something without thinking about it, and this is a beautiful result of what you've put into yourself. This is all about self here, moving away from what no longer serves you with the 6 of Swords. So we see you now putting down a lot of swords. So that speaks to me around your own self-belief, your own realizations, being able to understand perhaps in the past why you've done things the way you have. No longer thinking about negative stuff, no longer hanging on to stuff that doesn't serve you, being able to move forward, having this beautiful wind that's bringing in something here which looks like an offer. Now, I can't see anything that further goes from this offer, so I think this is about bringing self-love in to bring yourself to being the Emperor. It's like you're understanding here the reasons why you do things the way you do, but being able to accept that, being able to accept how you are and love yourself the way you are, but taking risks, moving with what do they say, gay abandon, like just not really worrying about where you're going, but just going there. And in that, you're bringing in this beautiful sense of security and stability that you've not known before, and a brand new start, one that is going to bring you in abundance here, financially as well as in your love life. There's this feeling of just absolutely being able to approach the next period of time with a completely different mindset of what you've had before. You're coming up with this King of Wands energy. You're being the leader in your own life. You're approaching things with passion and not worrying about how people see you, how you are seen, how you're perceived. Loving yourself for how you are, moving away from things that no longer serve you. Very, very beautiful reading here, Scorpio. And we've got the card of To the Sea. Now, I haven't even read this card before, so it's brand new for me. Okay, so the Oracle says, isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. I love it. It's perfect for the reading here. It just goes to show that sometimes you just have to give away what doesn't serve you and go with the flow of life. Thanks, Scorpio.